Hey guys, so today we're here with a special guest, Nightfall, who is currently high rated on Dueling Book with Naturia Runick. So maybe I'll just get you to introduce yourself and maybe explain why you decided to play Runick for this format.
Hey guys, I'm Nightfall on Dueling Book. I'm Dimitar from Bulgaria, and I play Dueling Book a lot. And
Uh,
I play Naturia Runick.
is there a reason how do you feel about this deck in this current format?
So I feel the deck is like really good against Ishizu tier because you can also play the Ishizu cards, but the major difference is like you don't care about the bestial monsters, which I think is huge, and you put a really good board against the deck. And Naturia cards are actually really flexible.
Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome. Well, maybe we'll just get straight to the deck list. So first off, we do have the Bestials, the three Druid's Worm, and the three Magnets. Do you like this ratio in the main? I do see that you have Serenir in the side, but is this what you like going with in the main?
So like I really like this ratio. Like I wanna try Saronir main with 9 Bestials because you actually can struggle against Ishizu tier going second if they do Dweller or Rukalos. So you can play 9 Bestials, but um what I wanna do is like cut the deck to 40 cards because the deck really needs to open like two runic cards. That's how the deck pluses a lot. So yeah, that's what my main reason.
Hmm. Yeah, no, it makes sense. And then we also have the Shizu cards that we were talking about earlier, the Keldo as well as the Medora for the Grave Shuffling. So not too much to talk about that. But I guess with your Naturia cards, you do play the three Camellia, the three Mole Cricket, and the one Sunflower. Anything about this ratio is a pretty standard. I know there's some other Naturia monsters that some people might play for like the Spell Trap Negate as well as that Stink Bug, I believe. What are your thoughts?
So yeah, like about the Stingbug, I think the card is like sometimes necessary, but I think the runic stuff protects your like small monsters like the Sunflower to not die by battle. That's how the Naturia cards work as interruptions. But like it came up like 1 or 2 games, but I don't think it's worth the break. So yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think that just the Sunflower and the three Camellia, the Cricket, and the Blessing are enough for the
Hmm.
engine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great. And you do play the two blessings, and then I guess the runic stuff. This is where it gets interesting. We do have the three destruction, the three flashing fire, the two field spell, of course, for the recursion, the three freezing curses, three slumber, the three tip, of course, the best one, as well as the one storm. Now, I guess a couple questions. Like overall, do you like how does the runic part really help rather than people where they don't play the runic stuff and they just play straight up Naturia Shizu? How helpful is the runic engine, and are you satisfied with all the different runic cards that you play?
So yeah, I think that the deck actually works so well is because of the runic stuff because it actually helps you plus a lot, and you can use like Hugin and Gary for the combo part, whereas for the normal Naturia, like the board type, I think is pretty weak and it's inconsistent. So I think this actually helps you like get to the cricket, which is the best starter. Also, if you draw the tree with runic card, you can discard it for Hugin and like start comboing. Whereas the normal build tree is a brick.
Right. So you do provide another way of discarding the tree, which you do, of course, play three of, and is a great card. Anything else in the main deck that you want to talk about?
Not really. I don't think. I used to do like three Kelbeck. It's another hand trap against tier, but as I said, I need to keep it as much to 40, 42 as possible so I can see two runic cards. And yeah,
No, that makes sense. And I guess then we can just move on to the extra. We do have the Runic Fangs, the two Hugins, the one Barone, Coral Dragon, Naturia Beast, Stardust Charge Warrior, the Chang Ying, Abyss Dweller, Beatrice, Baguska, Dugaris, and the Earth Charmer, Unicorn, as well as the Garura. Anything about the extra deck that you wanted to comment on, and maybe which ones that come up the most, the least?
okay, so about the extra deck, like obviously the runic stuff is, I don't know, it's standard, I guess. Like you need Jerry and for the combo, for the runic combo, and two Hugin is for the double fountain. The most that comes up like is changing because you want to summon this card because you want to protect like the small Naturias. What you usually would do with this deck is summon Ching, then you activate a runic card, they banish cards from their deck, then you trigger changing, preferably battle phase. and then you banish the monster, and then Sunflower can negate twice because of Camellia. That's usually what I do. Baron and Shen come up the most, I think. Coral Dragon and Stardust also. Now, what least comes up for me is like the rank 4s. Usually I vote making them, but they can come up in the games sometime.
And anything about the extra deck that you would change at all?
So the only card I think is like cuttable is probably the Garura. Like that card was probably the one I changed the most. It was Excito Knight at one point. It was access code, but I try Garura in the extra game because of Super Poly. I think the matchup I struggle most is like and I wanna like Super Poly like Carrot or Red with Elf and or Toad because the deck can struggle going second against Sprite just because of double Toad and Smashers and hand traps mostly. Like hand trap on Cricket is really, I don't know, you lose the game usually if they ash Cricket.
Okay, no, that makes sense. So I guess lastly onto the side, we do have the 3 Gamma, the 3 Serenator that we mentioned, 3 Imperm, Double Talents, and Super Poly. Anything about the side deck that is this working well for you? Anything you would change? I do also notice, I guess you don't really play back row removal, but the Runick cards can also take care of that.
I mean, there's not many back row decks in the game right now. Like, so yeah, as you said, the Runick stuff gets rid of back row good. Maybe I'll add more cards against Wonder in the future, but I think everything is kind of needed. Talents it's 50-50 sometimes, but it works. As I said about Super Poly, like Imperm stays there because I sided against Ishizu tier. Then I just against Ishizu tier, I just side out some Runick stuff and side in Saronir and Imperm, and I said like 12 cards against Sprite because it's probably the worst matchup for the deck.
Side cards that you were considering for your list?
Yeah, as I said, maybe Lightning Storm, maybe Dark Rulers. I think those were the ones I considered. I don't think anything else that good. Like it's either Dark Ruler or Storm, but Dark Rulers is it's been weird in testing with having no battle phase. So yeah, I think but considered in the future.
And how does this deck fare against like Flunder then and Shifter?
Oh, against Wonder and Shifter, like you can make Baguska really easy because Runic stuff makes a Jerry, then you summon any level 4 and make Baguska. But if you don't make Baguska, like you can just pass turn. If like they usually do is Shifter on a Runic card, you summon like I don't know Hugin, you don't activate effect, you pass on a few Runic stuff in hand. But then it's really, I don't know, it's really hard to break after the board for Flunder. Like it's Statue, Empen, and the Trap usually. So you have to make Baguska turn 1, otherwise it's, yeah, bad for you.
Thank you so much for the deck profile. Any other things you want to mention about the deck?
I mean, not really, that's about it.
Awesome. Any shout outs before we end the call?
Shoutouts to Ka. He made the deck, and like he helped me improve the deck. Shoutouts to Archie, and shoutouts to 100% group chat. That's it.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for the deck profile and take care, everyone.